Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Jennifer. We're going to do a stitch with me. I know this is later in the week than usual, and I do apologize, but I will get into that in just a minute. But if you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We are going to be working on, it's called Santa, and it's from Stitches So Beautiful. And this is what it looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? This is, I have a thing for Santas. My mother has a thing for nutcrackers, and she used to have a Santa that would stand, and I have just kind of become obsessed with Santa. So this is what I'm working on. It is being stitched on 25 count, and we're doing 2/1, and I'm doing tent stitch, and so right now we're doing all the black. So yeah, so we're gonna get started. Oh my goodness, let me see. This week has been crazy busy. I think every week is, but this week has been a little bit more busy than usual. I had to work on my days off, well, one of my days off, and I only get 2 days off a week. So it was like, oh my gosh, only because one of my coworkers, she ended up calling out because she was sick. And so I told them I would work. And not only that, it was the beginning of the week, and Hurricane Aaron was supposed to hit us, and it didn't. But people were, oh my gosh, you would think it was a snowstorm. Lines were backed up. It was just crazy. And the thing about it is we closed at 11, and people were still in the store, and at 10:30, and I was just like, yeah, there's just no way. And I just was like, I didn't work that night, but Justin had called me, and he was like, if I come home and I'm kind of moody and I'm in a bad mood, it's because everybody and their brother is here. And at first I didn't know what he meant. And I was like, okay. So they were still coming in, picking up, essentials, because everybody really truly thought we were going to get hit. We didn't get hit. It was 200 miles off the coast of Ocean City here in Maryland, so we didn't get hit. We just got some drizzle. The wind wasn't really bad, which was a good thing. But I've never in my life, I was just like, holy crap. And so we yeah, it was crazy. And people there were some people that, were irritable. You could just tell that they were done, and they took it out on the cashiers, which, I get it. And there was a couple that took it out on me, and I was just like, I nicely told them, look, I realize, this is a stressful situation, but, I haven't done anything, so please don't take it out on me. And they came in, I worked yesterday, and one of them that came in, because he called me stupid and a couple other things, and he apologized to me profusely. And he was like, I am so sorry. And I was like, it's not a big deal. I get it. I've been in that, on that side of the counter many times, so I get it. And he's like, well, I had no right to say those things to you. And I said, I understand. And I said, it's all water under the bridge, not a big deal. And you would think, and I really, really thought there was a snowstorm. The way you would think, and this is just me, because I've done cashiering, good grief, off and on for 17, 18 years, and I get it. I've seen people come in, when they're calling for snow, and you would think, the world's going to end. And it was crazy. And I was just like, and when I walked in there to go to work on Monday, I was just like, holy mother of God. And like I said, I totally get it. So it was an interesting beginning of the week, and we all just kind of, went with it, and it's been interesting. So I was just like, wow. A lot of them just, and I think like there are some that excuse me, don't speak English, that are from Mexico and from Haiti and all those places. They didn't truly totally understand, even though I'm pretty sure the ones from Haiti did, but still, it was just like, how in the world? And I think there was a couple of people that were like doe in the headlights, and like my neighbor, she's, they're from Haiti, and they were kind of surprised that, this kind of thing happens up here. And her husband had told me, and this is the woman that I've been having issues with her kids outside and yelling and screaming, but her husband, who speaks English, had told me the other day when they were in there shopping, he's like, they left Haiti to get away from that, and to get away from the constant hurricanes when they came. And he thought that this was, and I said, well, they come, but sometimes when we end up getting them, they end up being tropical storms. So it's not like a full-blown hurricane and so forth. And they were kind of, nervous. And I told him, I said, look, please don't worry. And, you could tell that they were kind of like, didn't know what to do. And I was like, look, I said, you're just here getting groceries, right? And they were like, yeah. And so, I kind of just told him, I said, look, well, just go along as if you're getting just normal groceries, and, and just, don't worry about all the other people, because the other people were just kind of rude, which I get. Like I said, I totally understand it, but some of them in there just, it's amazing to me how people can be mean sometimes to other people. And because one of the customers was mean to them, and was mean to them, and it just kind of, I don't understand sometimes, but yeah. So I did everything I could to help them out and get them, out the door. And I told them if they ever needed anything, if it hit, you could always knock on my door. And they, were really understanding and so forth. But yeah, it was just, it was an interesting week, let's put it that way. It's been interesting. And I couldn't post my video or record my video on my day off, one of my days off. And because by the time I got home, I was just like, you know what, I don't even feel like it. And not only that, I wasn't even in a stitching mood. I haven't done a whole lot of stitching. Stitching has just kind of gone bye-byes. And finally, I sat down, what was it? Let me see, today's Friday, so Thursday, Wednesday, and did like 100 stitches on this Santa. And yesterday, I did more. So I was kind of like, all right, that's that. So I was glad that I got over that small little hurdle, because it was crazy. And I kind of felt, um, what do I call it? I don't even know what the word is I want to describe how I felt. I just felt like was, I just felt weird not being able to stitch. And so I did get some stitching in, which was a good thing. And in between that and trying to help Justin get some stuff done, and then finally he got upset with me yesterday. He's like, "I've got this, Mom." I'm like, okay, because he's supposed to move tomorrow, but I think it got pushed back a couple of days because number one, he's not off tomorrow, and number two, I'm not sure when he's off, but he was trying to get stuff packed and so forth. And so he and we went through all of his stuff, and he went and got some trash bags to go through his clothes and of stuff that he doesn't need anymore. And so he did that yesterday, and he was like, "I'm leaving some stuff here." And I've said, "Well, what are you leaving?" And he was like, "Just stuff that, it's just little stuff like," oh, what did he say? He told me and I forgot, but stuff that, I can't even remember what he said. There was a couple things in there that I didn't even know he had. So he's leaving it here, and that way, because he said, "I don't want to move everything." And I'm like, okay. So he's he's got it all situated. So just waiting for him to tell me, "Oh, I'm gone," and blah blah blah. And I'm like, okay. So we'll see. I don't know. He was going to do some stuff today, but he has to work. As a matter of fact, he just left before I started recording. And he, tomorrow, he has to work too, so he can't do what he wants to do. So, which is, move everything. But he does, there's some things that he's got to do here. He said he was going to clean his bedroom out, make sure, his side of the bedroom is straightened up, cleaned up, and all that stuff. And I was like, okay. So, yeah, that's his next thing on his list. And then, I'm gonna just go from there, figure out when he's leaving, because I don't really truly know, to be honest. It's, I'm not even sure what the deal is there yet, because it was supposed to be tomorrow, but I'm not sure, when that's going to happen. He's kind of like trying to figure that out. So I was like, okay, I'll just figure it out, and you let me know, and we'll go from there. So, and the good thing is he's closer this time to work than he would be if he lived across town like he did before. So he doesn't have that far to go this time, and all that good stuff. So I was like, okay. So he's yeah, so he's ready. And I told him, I said, I just don't want you, I said, I hope this works this time. And I said, but you always can come back home. And he's like, I know. So we'll see. But yeah, it's It's a process, let me tell you. And I told him, I said, well, you can always get boxes from work. And he's like, oh, no. I'm like, okay. So I think he's getting boxes today. We'll see. It hasn't really been, he didn't really say, because when he left a little while ago, he didn't really speak. He's really, really tired, which I can understand. He's, he's wore out, and I know I am. It's been an exhausting week because it's like I said at the beginning of the week, it was craziness. Now, the last couple of days, it's been kind of dead in there, and it's yeah, it's been fun. So, and not only that, I'm still trying to get Skylar ready. He's ready. He's got his all school supplies ready, and we're just trying to, get him ready to go. And my dad took him to get some hoodies the other day, and I've got to get him some long sleeve shirts. But other than that, I mean, he's ready, and I know I'm ready. And it's just, let me tell you, it's been an interesting experience. And it's been not experience, but it's been crazy. So, little dude's going into the 10th grade, and yeah, so he's excited, he's ready, and which I can't say I blame him. So we shall see. But all in all, it's been a very, very quiet week. My stitching took a big, massive hit this week. Last week, it wasn't so bad. This week, stitching was just almost non-existent. And part of it was because I just, with the schedule I had this last week, there was just like, where am I going to find time to stitch? And even when I did make time in my planner for it, it was like, I just don't feel it. And I ended up not even doing any kind of stitching, hardly. And until I did that 100 stitches, and then it went up yesterday to like 7 something. So I don't feel so bad now, but it's, yeah, it has been one of those things where I'm like, can I just really, get some stitching in? And I'm hoping next week I can. We'll see. I'm praying that I can. It would be nice. The way that my schedule looks, maybe. It's just, last week was just crazy. And, or this week was just crazy because I don't think, when I asked my supervisor about the schedule, because she's the one that made it, I was like, do you do the schedule, or do they just, she's like, the computer does it for me, and I go in and tweak it. And I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, why? And I said, I was just curious, because some days it was like, I felt like I didn't have a whole lot of time. And she said, yeah, I get that. So it wasn't anything she did. So hopefully this week will be a little bit better, this coming week anyway. I'm praying that it will be because it has just, I'm telling you, it has just been one of those things. But the last 3 days I've been able to get, some stitches in. So I'm hoping it'll be better this week. So we'll see. And I did a thing. I bought a pattern or a chart from Heaven and Earth, and I will show it to you in just a second. Let me tell you, I don't know if I'm going to start it. I haven't got that far. Wasn't planning on buying anything because I was just like, I don't I don't want to, start anything new, but I couldn't resist this. I don't remember. Let me see what the name of it is, and I'll tell you what the name of it is. It is called Dreams of Butterflies, and Stitchery Lovers is working on this one. One of her, it's one of her whips, and isn't it gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I love this one. Every time she stitches it, watch her channel anyway. I haven't lately, but I need to catch up. But this is one of them. And I'm in love with this. Isn't it gorgeous? My only issue is when I get to the face. I'm scared. I'm worried. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about that one. I can't wait to I want to start it, but I haven't decided if I'm going to or not. I just bought it, and I did buy the fabric for it, so it's on its way, but I don't know if I'm going to work on it. I don't know when I'm going to start it. I haven't decided. We'll see. It's up in the air right now. We'll see. I mean, if I do, I'm doing 2 different prompts in a series of challenges by Crossing Crafts, so maybe I'll divide my projects up between those. We'll see. I haven't got that far yet because I don't know what I'm gonna do. I really truly don't. But we'll see. It's one of those things. Who was the person? I don't remember. I have to look again. Who the person was that this is by. Who is this by? Hold on. This is Dreams of Butterflies is by Yanovia Art. And it's 625 by 625. So yeah, it is but we'll see. I haven't decided yet. I want to, but we'll see how far. We'll see how that goes. It's I don't know. We'll get there. I mean, I'm working on every one of them, and I have noticed that with the ones with 10 stitch, it goes by faster, and I get the chapters done faster. So I truly don't know what I'm gonna do. I haven't got that far. We'll see. It's still up in the air because number 1, the fabric hasn't come yet. Number 2, I'm like, do I really want to start another one? But we'll see. I may start it, first day of school. Who knows? I don't know. But anyway, so we're, right now we're just trying to get this one done, or get, the stitches for this chapter done, and then we'll see. I haven't decided. Just really all depends on how I feel and what I want to do. We shall see. But anyway, so what else has been going on, guys? Because I'm telling you, I'm thinking. I did get my new planner, and haven't started using it yet because it's not when I ordered the inserts, I didn't realize that it was, not for September, which is fine. So it's ready. It's set up and ready for October, and got that, all situated and ready. So, then, got that ready, and, yeah, this week, I'm telling you, and I'm like wore out now, guys, because it's been crazy. Let's see what else. I started listening to a book, and because I've been listening to the Women's Murder Club. And so I got to the 7th book. And I'm in the 7th book now. So, and of course I had issues. I went to check out the 7th book, and, well, let me tell you something. Me and this freaking library. I called my library. She's like, well, you need a PIN number. Don't you have a PIN number? And I was like, no, I was never given a PIN number. And she's like, you didn't make one? And I said, at the time, it didn't require me to have one. So I had to make a whole new PIN number. Well, then I had another library card that I needed to verify. Well, for some ungodly reason, same thing, when I first got that card, it didn't require a PIN number. So I had to call the library, and I was like, I am so totally out of it. I don't know what's going on. And so they helped me through it. She was very nice. And she said, do you want a PIN number? And I was like, might as well, because I didn't realize. And she's like, no, it's okay. So I set up the PIN number. And so now I'm all straight. But let me tell you, for the last couple of days, I couldn't listen to books. I was just like, are you serious? What am I supposed to do? And it was just crazy. I was just like, how am I going to listen to this book? And so finally I got into it and got it situated. And yeah, it was not fun. So thought I was going to scream. But I listen to the book to and from work. And then when I come home, I'll listen a little bit. But I haven't gotten very far. And so I'm going to try to listen to some of it probably tomorrow. Because today I have to work until I do have to work today. And I really wanted to sit down and listen. So tomorrow I think I get off early. And I can, on the way home, listen to it. And then, listen to it more and get more in it. I've only gotten to like maybe, excuse me, I have the hiccups, 10%. I found that series when I love James Patterson, and he's one of my favorite authors. So I found that series by pure chance. The Alex Cross ones I haven't sat and listened to yet. That's going to be my next big thing. But yeah, I totally like the Women's Murder Club. I love it. It's different, very different. So, what else has been going on today or this week? Trying to think. What else? Let's see. Trying to think. I can't remember if there's anything else that's been going on this week, because it's I didn't write down anything exciting, and usually I do. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I don't remember. I really truly don't remember. if there's anything else. I'm sorry. I'll sit here and go through it until I can figure it out, or until it comes to me, because I'm like, I have no clue. I really truly don't. And yeah, I don't think there's anything else to tell y'all, guys. To be honest, I really, really, truly don't. And oh, we got a new, oh wow, yeah. Did I tell you all that? We got a new dishwasher. No, I didn't tell you all that. It doesn't make a lot of noise like it did with the last one. And I like this one. It's a touch screen kind of thing. And they gave me pods, the dishwashing pods to go with it. And I looked at the maintenance guy and I said, I don't use those. And he says, well, they're supposed to be better. And I said, no, they're not. And he said, what do you mean? And I said, well, I've had issues with the pods. And I said, because the plastic that the pods, are sealed, that the stuff is sealed in, it gets caught in somewhere in the dishwasher, and it causes problems. And sometimes, it can cause it to clog up and so forth. Well, he didn't know that. He's like, I had no idea. And I said, yeah, we found out by pure chance. And it wasn't because of, it just happened. I said, because one day my, one of the kids came out and saw it like that. And we had to basically, I had to, call them, and he says, oh, so they gave me this brand new one, which I really, really like. And the front of it is basically, looks like it's stainless steel. And, yeah, it's really, really nice. And the good thing is it doesn't make a lot of noise. And, it's kind of nice to have one like that. So, I've gotten the kids into, especially little dude, to unloading it at night and leaving it, making sure that it's all, all the dishes are unloaded. And then in the morning, I'll start loading it. And usually at night, once the dishwasher's full, I'll run it. And, but yeah, so we got that situated. And, they did tell me that they're trying to get, remodeling done out here. And I was like, please do, because we need new cabinets. So, they came in yesterday morning, because I didn't have to work until 2 yesterday. So they came in yesterday to look at the cabinets, and I'm just waiting for them to tell me and what's going on, because I showed him, I said it's disgusting. I said, these cabinets you cannot withstand getting cleaned. And he's like, what do you mean? And I showed him like on the shelving, and he's like, yeah, that's not good. And I said, no, it's not. I said, it's gross. And so we're gonna see. We're waiting to see what they do. We'll see what happens. I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed, because it's time for an upgrade. They haven't upgraded everything since since Justin was little. And it's been a while. I can remember when they did it, and Justin was like 2 years old at the time. So we're due for, you know, a new upgrade. So we'll see what happens. Would be nice to have some nice cabinets. Nicer than what we have. So we'll see. Because not only that, the fronts of them come off, and it's ridiculous. So we shall see what happens. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else to tell you. I haven't done YouTube. I haven't checked out YouTube this week, so I really need to catch up. It's been yeah. Hopefully, man, I can keep my days off this week and play catch up a little bit on YouTube, because yeah, I think people think I dropped off the face of the earth. But okay, so that's really all I have to talk about today. And I am going to hop off here and get myself moving, motivated, and get some stitching in. And then I gotta go to work. So I'm gonna get up, and I will see everybody next time. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good week, guys. Bye, everybody.